kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master? You say, no.
Yo, Joe. What is up, boys? Showing up the king here, back with another video, and today I am bringing you guys my predictions, my wish list, my overall thoughts on the announcement today on Hasbro Pulse's Instagram page. Yo Joe June is coming this week, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Let's go. All right, so I told you guys a couple videos ago that I was going to be doing a predictions video for G.I. Joe Yo Joe June. I wanted to do a wish list of what I wanted to see come from Yo Joe June. And again, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update on some of the goings-ons in the G.I. Joe community. So again, I don't want to take up too much time, but you know I got to do my shameless plugs. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, Showing Up the King, and make sure that you guys are actually also subscribed to my podcast YouTube, which is MagNerdPodcast. I'm going to be relaunching my YouTube channel for my podcast, which is the MagNerdPodcast, which is MAGNERD podcast. Starting next week, I'm going to be bringing in weekly content. I'm going to be going bananas. I'm going to be putting my foot on the neck of everybody. It's going to be vicious. So just make sure you guys are subscribed to both my Showing Up the King YouTube channel and my MagNerdPodcast YouTube channel. Link will be in the description below. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? So first things first, let's talk about what's been going on in the G.I. Joe community thus far. So we know that a couple weeks ago, Hasbro, kind of haphazardly announced Major Blood. They said release date was going to be coming soon, but then all of a sudden there was like some giant rift with Target and Hasbro where Major Blood was just hitting retail without even Hasbro giving us an actual release window or release date. So what ended up happening is that weeks before it was officially announced, he just started coming out in the Target locations, and he wasn't being register locked. So luckily, I was able to go out on one of the days. And again, if you guys haven't seen my live toy hunt for Major Blood, I'll put that in the link in the description below. But I was able to grab one. I was actually able to get more than one. But overall, it was a great experience. I was able to get them. I was very, very excited about it. But I know a lot of people who was not able to get their hands on Major Blood. So, of course, with victories, there's going to be some people who are not happy about it, which, again, I'm a part of a G.I. Joe community on Facebook. And that Facebook group can be positive at times, but a lot of times it can be very, very salty. But again, when you are a collector and when you are a huge fan of a product, that kind of stuff does tend to happen. So, it kind of comes with the territory. So, Major Blood, again, very hard to find at this point. He's still popping up here or there. But again, for the most part, people have been having a very, very difficult time getting their hands on Major Blood. So, what's going on? So again, like I said, today Hasbro has announced that, and I'll pull it up here, Yo Joe June on June 4th, which is Friday. And again, it's going to be starting at 11 a.m. And this is an opportunity for them to talk about everything that's been going on in the G.I. Joe line, talk about what new releases they got coming up, probably give them an opportunity to address certain issues, Target. And again, just to give us an update that we are craving for this line. And again, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Right now, the G.I. Joe line is my favorite line from Hasbro. It's actually probably my favorite toy line in general right now. Even more than SH Figure Arts or Mayfex. I just really, really love G.I. Joe. And I am digging this line. It just sucks that it's so hard to get your hands on anything. And that you basically have to fight, claw, and scratch just to get your hands on anything significant. But again, I digress. let's get into the news. So, there had been some leaks, quote unquote, floating around again. I actually mentioned this like a couple months ago when, right around the time when Major Blood was leaked for the first time, there was also some SKUs that pointed towards barbecue, and I believe there was one other figure that other than barbecue that was talked about, and then just recently there was a SKU that got released that slightly mentioned that Dr. Mindbender would be a $30 exclusive, and again, if it's an exclusive, it's going to probably be a Target exclusive, unfortunately. But we haven't gotten a $30 Joe since we had Baroness, and we all know when Baroness came out for $30, she had her her coil cycled. So with Dr. Mindbender, everyone's mind is just racing, and I think most people have deduced that if it's a $30 figure that comes with something, it's going to probably be the Trouble Bubble. Now, me personally, that would be amazing if it was a Trouble Bubble, but on the other hand, if it was a Trouble Bubble and it was a Target exclusive, that is no bueno, because again, we just know how hard it was to get the Baroness with the coil bike. And I just think about how hard it will be to get a Dr. Mindbender, because again, people are going to be going ape shit. Like, I think in total, I was able to get maybe I think I got three Baroness, and I think I got four. I got one on my own, and then it was three. It was three. So I got one on my own, and my wife was able to pick up two, but the two she picked up were destroyed. Like, one of the boxes were completely destroyed, and the other one was in decent condition. But again, I'm not an inbox collector, so I opened up the one that was already destroyed, and I ended up trading one with a buddy of mine, and then I think I sold the other one. But Dr. Mindbender is going to be very difficult to get. We already know this, but again, I just wanted to mention it on the onset. All right, so as far as that is concerned, that is just my update on the current goings-ons of G.I. Joe that are just rumors. Now it's time to talk about the actual meat and potatoes of this video. I want to talk about Yo Joe June and what do I expect to happen in this event. So first off, I just want to, before I get into my predictions, I want to just talk about my wish list. And my wish list is actually very, very short. I only want two things. The first and most important thing that I want to see announced from Yo Joe June, from Hasbro, is better distribution. Please, Lord, better distribution. And what I mean by that is, if you guys are going to do more Target exclusives, I know like it's going to be crazy for me to say no more Target exclusives, because we already know that that's kind of how Hasbro, with the loss of Toys R Us, Hasbro had to find retailers that's going to stock their products. That's just how it is. There's nothing that we as collectors can do about them having Target exclusives, because that's just kind of how they do it. Now, what I want is, I want Hasbro to do their Target exclusives, but also have Joes available for Hasbro Pulse Premium members. I signed up for this Hasbro Pulse thing for PulseCon earlier this year, and for the most part, other than the free shipping, it wasn't really a big gain. All of the items that they ended up putting out ended up going to other retail distributors. So, when they even said, oh yeah, you guys get access 2 hours earlier than anybody else, yeah, I was able to go online and collect the movie figures. But then a few hours later, they opened everything up to, BBTS, to Amazon, to Entertainment Earth. Everybody was able to get some. So again, it didn't really make sense, because again, we all know that Hasbro Pulse is the last to ship. So who cares if we were able to get it an hour earlier if we already know you guys are going to be the last to freaking ship? It doesn't make any sense. So like, for me, what I want to see is, I want to see Hasbro at this event say, hey, we heard you guys were trying to get your hands on Cobra Viper, on Snake Eyes, not Snake Eyes, but Storm Shadow. We heard you guys are trying to get your hands on Firefly, all of those, Baroness, all of those G.I. Joe exclusives to Target that are now all over the UK because they don't really have Target. So again, you can find those overseas at Toys R Us. I want them to come out and say that, hey, these items are going to be made available for Hasbro Pulse exclusive members. If you missed out on your Cobra Trooper, if you missed out on Firefly, the Cobra Vipers, you can pick these things up on Hasbro Pulse, but you have to be a Hasbro Pulse member. And these things are available now. Like, I want them to immediately let these things be available so that they can ship. Limited to one per person. I don't care how you need to do it. Just do it. Make it so that us collectors can go back and get the things that we missed. Because honestly, I do own all of the figures. Like, I have managed to get my hands on every single G.I. Joe release that I wanted. But I do want to get another couple of Cobra Troopers because, again, they're troop builders. I also wouldn't mind getting another Cobra Viper because, again, I only was able to get one. So, again, for someone like me, it would do it's twofold. It shows the community that you guys are listening, and it also shows that, again, that there is hope for this line. Like, to me, I'm like, it's a goodwill. Hey, it benefits you guys because, again, it'll definitely jump your subscription for Hasbro Pulse Premium members. And it shows that actual subscription has value because, again, it's something that not everybody can get unless they have a membership. So, again, there will probably be some people that'll be salty about it, but it's better than them going to a place like Robot Kingdom and paying like $150 for a Baroness or like $67 for like a Firefly. Like, again, like if they're charging like $20, $22, $23, Hasbro Pulse free shipping, and it's in stock, I'll be all over it. So, again, one of my things on the wish list is just better distribution. Please, 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 if you guys are going to do a Target exclusive, make it so that you can also get it on Hasbro Pulse. You don't have to do it to BBTS or Amazon. Just at least make it available to premium Pulse members. And on top of that, if you guys are going to do Target exclusives, for the love of God, please increase production. The fact that these stores are still only getting like one case of Major Blood is just disheartening, again, because it just looks from the outside looking in, it looks like you guys are not listening. And again, I know that development time is about a year out or a year and a half out, but again, I just feel like if you guys are able to have these things overseas where these things are, in abundance, but when they come over to the States, there's only like a case per store. That to me is ridiculous. Like, I can walk into a Target right now at any time and see fucking Fortnite. I can see like the Shang-Chi wave of in massive abundance of fucking Shang-Chi. Like, I haven't seen that Aquafina chick so much in my entire damn life. Like, that shit is crazy. And again, that's the thing that frustrates me because you know what's going to happen. Also, and again, I'll hold that off until predictions because, again, I already know. I'll talk about that in predictions. So we're still in the wish list. So again, only wish list item, again, better distribution. And my second item is more figure releases. I want to see a rollout of G.I. Joe 6-inch figures like none has ever been seen before. This is your chance and your opportunity, Hasbro, to show us that you guys are serious about this line and that you want to get this line into the hands of the fans. And the only way to do that is to start rolling it out like you guys are doing with Marvel Legends or with Star Wars. Like, you guys are releasing new Star Wars figures, Transformer figures, Marvel Legends figures, like, weekly. Like, I feel like there's always a new release. Like, I feel like in stores now, we already got the Shang-Chi wave, and then they already got the villain wave coming out. We already got the movie Disney Plus wave coming out. Like, there are always new figures to buy from Marvel Legends. Why can't we get that for G.I. Joe? Like, I would argue that G.I. Joe has more figure releases than most other lines that you guys have. Like, there are so many different variations that you guys can give, like Serpentor. Again, it's so much. So please, guys, please give us more releases for 2021 into 2022. Make it happen. All right. So that's enough of talking about the wish list. Let's get into the predictions. All right. So here's where I'm going to be positive. and somewhat positive. So the first thing I'm gonna get the easy stuff out of the way is Major Blood. I think they'll do their quote unquote official Major Blood release. They'll probably glance over and say, hey, we heard that it released and it got spit in stores and da 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 da. Here's an official release date for Major Blood, da 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 da. And again, my prediction is that this will be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You can get them online as well as Target. Second, I also think that again that Hasbro has learned their lesson, and I do think that they're going to take all of the old Target exclusives, the Baroness on the bike, the Cobra Viper, even the Amazon exclusive Storm Shadow. I think all of those figures will be available for everyone to buy, and I think it'll either be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive or it'll be like available to all retailers. Again, I'm almost positive because again, it was just so many people who were not able to get those early Target releases that it would be crazy for Hasbro to not remedy that problem. So that's also a prediction. I definitely think that out of the two uh, leaks, the Trouble Bubble and Mindbender, I definitely think, and between that and Barbecue, I definitely think that the Trouble Bubble and Dr. Mindbender is going to be the thing. So I definitely think that will be one of the reveals as well. Dr. Mindbender will be coming, and I think he will be announced with the Trouble Bubble. Again, Target exclusive with a early access if you're a Hasbro Pulse member. Again, fingers crossed. I really hope they just go face first and just go for it. Now, also, this is a prediction, but this is also kind of like, duh. I definitely think that this movie wave of G.I. Joe that's going to be coming out, the Snake Eyes movie, I definitely think that's going to take up a good portion of this Yojo June. And I think that that set will be in a huge abundance in stores. I don't think it'll be exclusive to any store. I think it'll be available at Walmart, at Target, everywhere. And again, this will be the one that will be everywhere. Like you will be seeing these figures everywhere. And the problem is that nobody wants it. Nobody like other than the Snake Eyes and maybe this that Storm Shadow did not look great either. Uh, I I struggle to talk about this movie line because again I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought Baroness looked like a barista that was also like a toxic barista. I thought Storm Shadow's outfit looked more ivory than it looked white. Again, I thought the Snake Eyes itself, Harry Golding's his face sculpt is kind of cool, but I would never use it. And the other people that they announced in that movie line were okay. But again, I definitely think that out of all of the figures that they're going to announce, that one is going to be in a huge abundance. And I mean, that's again not something I'm looking forward to. Um, Let me see. Was there anything else? Predictions. Other than that, I think that's it. Like again, I don't want this video to be super long. I just want to just come out and just say again, Hasbro, this is your moment to shine. You can either make some major changes and make GI Joe fans happy, or you can continue on the same road and doing the same things and then just causing another uproar and just causing more strife for your fan base. Again, I don't want to see it. You guys don't want to see it. Just give us what we want. We just want more Joes that can be easily accessible, and we're not asking for a lot. We're not. I don't think we're asking for a lot. Again, I think you guys can't necessarily control how much Target orders, but I definitely think that you guys can kind of nudge them to be like, hey, you guys can't meet this demand. We can find somebody else who can, and make it open to everybody. Make it open to Amazon. Make it open to BBTS. Entertainment Earth, etc., etc. Like we deserve and we want these figures. So let's make it happen. All right. So what I'm also thinking about doing is maybe doing a live stream on Friday at 11 a.m. to kind of do a live reaction to GI Joe June. If you guys would like to see something like that, let me know in the comment section below. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for the MagNerdPodcast and for Showing Up the King. Anything else you guys need, hit me up. I'll talk to you later. Peace.